All right, welcome guys to the third session of Call of Cthulhu here. We're back. It's been a bit of a. It's been I think about like 2 weeks because of the holidays. Uh, just unfortunately how it landed that way. Uh, but we're back, and we're back with our party here of Doctor Isaiah Franklin, Jethro K. Irvine, James Whitaker, Ida Josephine Van Rensselaer. I'm so sorry if I said that incorrectly again. Um, and we're back, and we're ready to party. We're ready to see where this goes. I I'm So who wants to do a little bit of the recap of where we left off? Go ahead, take the floor.
I can
Jesus, take
start.
the wheel.
Take it from my hand.
Now that's copyright.
And
Well,
yeah,
only if we sing it right.
it's a good thing I'm not monetized at all. That would have been terrible.
I don't think our mediocre two-line rendition is gonna be a problem,
They're gonna
probably.
they're gonna steal the 2 cents from under me. They're gonna take
Okay,
every
so
dime.
um I believe last session started so we were still at the museum. Um and James was outside with Trinidad, who told him that quote, they are after the golden rod. Um, she gave James said golden rod, which I don't remember exactly what it was, presumably a golden rod, and also a journal. The journal was written by a Gaspard Figueroa, and detailed an expedition which found a gold inlaid temple. Um, Also on that expedition um, was de Mendoza, um, and de Mendoza and others were cursed and attacked Figueroa. That's all I wrote about that. We talked a while to figure out what we wanted to do next. Had some suspicions that the person who had invited us all here, Larkin, might be involved. So decided maybe we should go talk to him. Um, Then we decided that we would split the party. Two of us would go talk to Larkin, and the other two would try and sabotage the expedition so that our bonus expedition could get ahead. Um, the sabotagers utterly failed and were driven away at threat of gunshots. Um, and Jethro and Josie went inside um, to try to find Larkin. Wasn't answering at the doors, so we convinced the nice old lady at the desk to uh, give us a crowbar, a
Convince
key.
is a word for sure.
Yeah.
You originally tried to break into the room. It went very
Oh, that's right.
poorly.
We tried with the crowbar first. Then she was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then we convinced her, and she gave us the key. That's right. I did convince her. It just wasn't, the first thing.
It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah, it was great. It went great. Everything went great. Larkin was in his room, unconscious. We noticed he had black veins, strange black markings on his chest, like a tattoo. We found some heroin under his bed, um, a large amount of heroin under his bed. Ida found what she looked like her locket in one of his drawers with a picture of her family uh, all sucked up, and then it crumbled in her hands. Um, that was when Larkin woke up, claiming he had malaria. Um, I, this is the part where I didn't write down very much.
He was
We
lying.
He was lying. Well, sure, yes. I just assumed we all. Yeah, we had some talk with him about stuff. I don't think we got much out of him, but we definitely know that he's a liar and can't be trusted, I think is the conclusion to that conversation.
And
Go ahead.
then the old lady got.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, the old lady got by De Mendoza.
Sort of.
She dead. She real dead.
She came back
Real.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
she came back.
course.
She came
Yeah,
back
she's
later.
She's
actually
fine.
fine now. She's totally
Yeah,
fine
she's an
now.
essential NPC, so she can't die.
She's
Yeah.
definitely not cursed now.
Yes.
She definitely
That's
didn't
good.
know some things she shouldn't know and tried to convince me that my father was upstairs.
Yeah, no, she didn't do that either. Except for the time that she did.
And you didn't fall for temptation, huh? I remember that you didn't. You didn't
Oh
want to
my
see what
god!
Well,
was
because
upstairs.
she was dead.
I was
But
about to say
before that happened,
yes, yes.
um, uh, Jethro and Josie went downstairs to try to stop De Mendoza, then realized the woman was dead. But before we could make our escape, uh, we got into a fight. Uh, we both missed him. Yeah, he ate me. Um,
Hey, yo, you
then
might want to rephrase that.
I said what I said.
You did have quite the experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was fun. It was, I came on this adventure to try new things and succeeded.
You sure did.
um, and that was when Isaiah and James came in. We managed to seemingly kill De Mendoza. And then did we leave and then come back and the old lady was there, or we just like looked up and she was fine? I think we left.
I
And then
believe the
two
way
of
it
you-
You went
was.
to
Dr.
the other
Franklin
So
came
room,
the
back
right?
two of you left. James and Ida left, and then Jethro and Isaiah stayed behind.
That's right.
Because
Because
we
you went
went
back and you went
to
to De Mendoza's room, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and we found a.
Gold
It
mask.
was yes, and Jethro saw some messed up stuff. I didn't see anything. I had a great time. They had a vision that like really like threw them off, and me not seeing anything was just kind of like I should probably be the one to hold on to that because I think you're losing your mind. And then we, after discovering that and realizing it's of the same make as the rod and the what we were shown in way back in session one, I think it was a chalice of the it was of those same make. We went downstairs. Old lady was there, just vibing, and was like, She mentioned Dr. Franklin's dad, and said that they were just right upstairs, getting not good feelings for it. I just said, "Hey, we gotta go. We gotta go right now. We gotta go right now." And so we left.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
We
Sundown.
all
And
met back
then
at our hotel. Had some discussion about what we wanted to do next. Josie also looked at the mask, and was considering putting it on. She saw her home in New York, then felt like the mask was evil and wanted her to put it on, so didn't. um, and then our plans for the future. James wants to get some dynamite, and are we we talked to Elias, find out that he has finished the map, so we can set off tomorrow towards the temple.
Our
Did Jethro also see something with the mask?
he saw something when he first picked it up. It was
Okay.
like a ritual kind of. People were around a bonfire eating each other, lots of
Yeah,
violence. But
as you do.
yeah. Yeah. No big.
all right.
Cool.
So everybody you can roll a 1d10 to refill your luck if you need it. I believe Was that you, Josie? Did you do the recap there?
I guess. Oh, I didn't mean to roll it. Yeah.
So you can roll two
Some help.
d10s if you for doing the recap there.
Okay. I don't remember what my max luck was.
It can go past it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Wow.
It's the holidays. No, I'm not gonna be stickling for it.
So
Thank
sweet.
you.
All right. So, yeah, that was
Oh,
basically the gist of it. You did forget to mention the fumbles, but that's okay.
no, that never happened. That never happened.
I said they they utterly failed.
Yes, they did
We
utterly fail. Wait
Yeah,
till
we had
I
a
think
recap.
bad
that's
time.
mentioned.
We had a bad time in the garage. There
Yeah.
was at one point where we tried to get by some sickly person that's definitely not a vampire or anything like that saw us. I think they're a little bit older. We tried to talk to them or threaten them, depending on how you look at it. Didn't work out well. Locals got involved, tried to talk to them. They pulled out guns. Didn't go well. They told us, get out of here or we'll kill you, essentially. So we got out of there and we heard gunshots, and that's what brought us back there to see Ida getting ate.
I in
Yes.
And
my
then I shot him.
Yes.
The only person that has managed to shoot anyone successfully.
and
I shot him too.
I do remember Franklin uh finally being like, I believe you now. Because in the session before, nothing, you didn't see a damn thing.
This is
That-
Isaiah's first supernatural experience.
So, that's
Despite being a professor of the occult.
Look, just because you know about it doesn't mean you've seen it.
Poor believer.
I that's great. It's all coming back to me now. I did to mention that in my Friday session also, unfortunately, Star failed, I think, every single roll that night. Every single one. So
Talent.
a lot of failures and plans are going everywhere. All right. Okay. So once you guys are done giving yourself luck, uh, so yeah, Elias is done making the map. So I believe, if Larkin isn't too high, you guys have about a day head start to
Woohoo.
to get to the kind of to the site, essentially. Now, the party investigators are going to be traveling through the highlands. Now, the trip itself uh takes around 3 days. So you have a day head start, and the trip itself takes around 3 days. After a day, you'll be making a stop in a smaller town called Puno. And let me see if I have the map here, which you guys do in the Lima, Peru map. Um, if you open it up and you kind of zoom in there, you'll see Lima. It's the capital of Peru where you guys are. And if you kind of like look close at where it says ruins in red, that's essentially the target. That's where you guys are going. And right above that, you should see Puno. And that's the first place you guys are going to kind of be stopping to kind of gather supplies before actually getting into the ruins themselves. So where we're going to start today, for everyone, just giving you kind of the an overlook of how you'll be getting there. We'll be starting from uh, I get the hotel room, kind of with all the stuff there. And essentially, your characters, as far as I know, should be now, along with Jackson Elias, should be getting ready for the trip now. So I wanna let's start with our poor Josie uh who
Jokes on
took
you, I'm filthy rich.
hmm?
I'm filthy rich.
Yeah, you are filthy rich, but you are in bed after a horrible attack on you. so I
Yeah,
wanna
yeah.
so I wanna start with you. You know, like I said, you did take those stat losses a bit.
Mhm.
You're gonna recover some of that here on the trip there. But I wanted to start with you to kind of get a, like, and granted, it has been a couple weeks since our last session, but uh, for your characters, it hasn't been that long. So your character should start slightly feeling better, and I kind of want to get like what's going on with your character with the I can't talk today. Wait, what's your character thinking right now? You know what's going on with
Sure. Um, Josie is writing a letter to her father. Um, she's being very particular about what she puts in it, but essentially just says, I'm not sorry for leaving, but I'm sorry for doing it without telling you. She was going to say before yesterday, she was going to tell him that she was safe, but that feels um, slightly dishonest.
hmm
So just says, I needed to see somewhere other than New York. I will be home when I can. I hope you can understand. Um, and she will take it to the front desk and ask them to have it mailed out like a week from today.
a week from today?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how Josie kind of preps for a little bit of a long week. Why don't we go ahead? Why don't you go ahead and James, kind of what's James doing before heading out on this 3-day trip here to the ruins?
Well, the first thing that James is doing is he is praying for protection of his, I guess you can call them his crew, protection for himself, for his family. And once he's done with his prayers, he too will also write a letter. And he is addressing it to his farm back in Gainesville, his to his mother and father. And he, I suppose, is a little lighter than Josephine's, saying, "Hi Ma, hi Pa. Uh, Sorry, I told you I would write the moment I got here, but it's been pretty hectic. Work's been good. Peru's beautiful, especially the ladies. Parentheses, don't worry, Ma, I'll settle down once I get back to the States. Unfortunately, work may take a little longer than expected. Had some troubles with locals and a truck that went awry. But I promise I'll be back as soon as I can with enough to save our hides. I love you and I miss you, and I hope to hear from you guys as well. And any letters you send to the hotel, and I'll try to receive them when I can. James J. Whitaker.
Beautifully written. And what about you, Dr. Isaiah Franklin?
I'm writing the syllabus for next semester.
Okay, you're right.
Nerd.
Nerd.
He's just nerding it up. He's focused on his academics.
Look,
Gotta
I have found new evidence, so I'm making notes of that so I can do a research paper on that later and maybe publish it. But also, I am definitely going to incorporate that into my class that is revolved around occult studies. Like that has to.
you gotta respect the hustle. And last but not least, Jethro K. Irving.
He is gonna go out and get himself a handgun if he can.
A handgun before
Good
heading out.
idea.
Okay.
Because there he's things have been a little bit more exciting than he originally thought, and he says my brass knuckles they aren't gonna cut it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
I should have probably done that too, but no, I don't think Isaiah ever thought of
Okay. So you're gonna get a handgun quick before kind of the trip here. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he's gonna do
now
that, and then he's also gonna be like trying to remember what he saw in the mask and like sketching that down like over and over again because it's not quite right every time.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's what he's doing.
So do we any of us here remember, because my memory is a little bit fuzzy, did we ended with like everybody kind of going to bed and then you guys leaving that morning, correct? And we're at least that was the plan.
Yeah, we ended with us kind of ending the night and going to bed with and
Gotcha.
planning to set off in the morning.
Okay, perfect. So each of you should hear like kind of a familiar knock, kind of like on your hotel rooms in the morning here, and and, and it's Jackson Elias, and he knocks on each of your doors, and he goes like, "Morning, guys. Sorry to wake you up, but get finish getting whatever supplies you need. We gotta head out soon if we're gonna beat that Larkin expedition." And you kind of just hear that through the hotel doors for each of your, through each of your rooms, and that's the DM kind of giving you guys a hint that do some shopping now. And I do know that I believe Jethro, you said you're gonna purchase a gun, correct?
Yep.
There is a gun store in Lima, Peru, so you can make a
Okay.
quick trip for when they open, and to purchase a handgun. Um,
Does
these
Jethro maybe mention that to anyone else?
Uh, I don't know. I don't think he does. Honestly,
Mhm.
I think he's just like going out and trying to get it as fast as he can. Because we're all in separate rooms now, right? Like I know all of our characters are in the same room on
on the
the map.
map, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if we're together, then yeah, he'll probably say, "I'm just gonna go out and get a gun." But if we're all in our separate rooms, then he probably won't mention it.
Well, Josie would have gone into the common area to have a ginormous breakfast. So if anyone else is there,
Mm.
but if not, then
I, I'm probably always there early, cup of coffee, little light breakfast,
Okay,
a bunch of papers around me.
there's a chance you catch her on her way out to go get a gun. Okay.
Mm.
I do know that Josie is a walking arsenal. Do you remember
no,
that?
I have 2 weapons and a pocket.
St-
Wait,
Uh,
if the pocket knife isn't a weapon, what do you classify it? Two
Tool.
weapons and a pocket knife. Yeah, yeah, okay.
You never know when you're gonna need to make a s'more stick.
uh-huh.
I
We all know what James is gonna do. Shit, shower, shave, pray, orange juice. That's his morning routine.
okay. So I'm looking here, and Jethro, it's a gun in Peru. You have about $10 in your wallet at the moment.
Yes,
A gun is going to cost you half of that. It's
I
not gonna.
think that's worth it.
You think that's worth
Does
it?
that include ammunition?
Yes. So I'm not strict on ammunition, as I said. Aside from combat, like watching how many times you shoot a gun, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you ran out of bullets. Like it's all included. Just I'm watching how many shots you take per round during combat, but don't worry about bullets. So you
Okay.
you can give
Um,
yourself a revolver for the time for $5.
cool.
Uh, I do have to ask: is there anything else you'd like to spend your money on?
Um, I mean, do we know, like, assumedly Elias has, like, has prepped for the trip, right? Does he have, like, the rations and camping
He
gear or, like,
so
whatever we need?
he's basically he's got some stuff. Any final supplies will be bought once again in Puno.
Right.
So he does have like some stuff. It's kind of how he spent his day before and how he's getting a lot of the supplies now. So for things like food and water and like like a tent to like sleep in, that's gonna all be kind of taken care of. But you know anything personal for yourself, this is your this is your chance.
I will also
Uh,
go out and get some stuff after this. Not a gun though, unless someone mentions it. Never crosses their mind.
I
well, I was thinking too, I might like show you the sketches. Like when I get back, I'll show you the sketches that I've been doing to be like, hey, look, this is what I saw. I know you're a professor of this kind of stuff. Like, what do you make of it? And then I might say like something about, yeah, I just got back and after everything that we've been doing, I figured it would be smart to be armed. So he'll say something, like as he's like, "Here, look, I wasn't lying. This is what I saw. Tell me it's real."
I have two things I would like to purchase.
Okay.
One, a new pack of gum,
Okay.
and
$50.
two, a a rosary.
A rosary. Okay. So a pack of gum is going to be about 10 cents.
I was about to say
And
that shit better be like a
yeah,
penny.
it's not going to be, it's not in this time period. It's going to be about 10 cents. And you said a rosary?
Yes,
So there's going to be like a little wooden rosary that's available. I would say that probably about 50 cents.
sick. That's
So,
it. That's all I want.
yep, that's good. Um
I'm I'm going to get medical supplies.
medical supplies. Okay.
Smart.
After
All
seeing what
right.
happened with Ida yesterday, like yeah, that's the only thing that Isaiah would have thought of. Was like, we need some medical supplies. People are being bitten and sucked dry. We should probably do something with that.
Okay. So a first aid kit's going to run you kind of about $5. Any if you
How much
want
does a
like
first aid kit cover?
I'm sorry.
I said, what all is the first aid kit cover? Is it single use, multi use?
It's gonna be a couple of uses. It's gonna be like around three.
I'll buy
Uh,
two.
okay, so that'll be around $10 then.
All right. Remove $10 and add two first aid kits.
Yes, and so that's it's around there. Um, I actually no, I'm not gonna help you. Okay. Um,
Please help me. This is my first
I
time
was
in the
gonna make
system.
a
Please.
I was gonna say you should. All right. I'm gonna do a little light hint. It might be prudent, to buy some alcohol to bring with you. Very
Huh.
versatile
I've
tool.
just had this idea that struck me out of nowhere. I should get
Oh,
alcohol.
really? Whatever for?
I don't know. It's very versatile.
Yes, it is versatile. I would say each bottle of like cheap of like cheap alcohol gonna run you maybe around about like $2 or so.
All right. 5 bottles of alcohol
Okay.
for another $10.
That's a
How many bottles can I carry? I'm gonna walk out this place looking like a drunk. Actually, you know what? Put it all on the table. We're buying 10 bottles. We drinking good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Elias has a lot of bags for he's prepping he's got the bags for you guys so you can take it. So it is a good purchase, let me tell you.
And
And
then Later,
Josie,
I'll also get a gun. So
good.
Yeah,
it'll
that'll.
just be after. It'll be after it's like told. Yes, that's the one thing I didn't buy, and I will go spend $5. I'm guessing on the gun.
Yep, same thing. It'd be a 44 revolver. So both of you who bought guns, it'll essentially 6 shots, and that'll be that. So you guys got that. Josie,
Can I dual wield guns?
you get out of my game.
You
That's
can,
Josie
silly.
has.
Very silly.
but can I do it?
Boo!
No.
Aw,
Yeah.
terrible, unjust.
Josie,
Um,
any shopping
uh,
you'd like to do?
Josie has never done anything like this ever in her life and isn't sure what could be needed, and so we'll just ask Jackson Elias.